Hey there! In this video, I'm going to talk about the concept of Karl Jaspers about philosophy. We all know that the humankind is always searching for answers, to solve all their problems, repair things, and have a perfect path in life. Sometimes we believe that we already know everything and that we have all the questions already resolved. But won't it be that by having so many or all the answers, more questions arise? This is what the German philosopher Karl Theodor Jaspers thought about what is philosophy, and I feel that it is something very important to consider for reflecting how is life. Knowing everything will be the best way to success in life? Or will it be the motivation to continue questioning what else there is to discover? So, having your whole life planned, knowing what is going to happen, what this means, can be good, but I think there is also something wrong with it. I think that this will depend on each person, since anyone can treat it differently. One way to show that knowing it can be good is with example of how Karl Jasper lived his life, since he didn't know how to take advantage of having all the answers. Since he was a child, he was diagnosed with a heart problem, and so after his life, he knew what to do and what not to do. Knowing his limits, he could live 86 years after they had given him a maximum of 40. But well, obviously this is a special case for such an important person as him. Personally for me, knowing what is going to happen and knowing all the answers is not living, because knowing the consequences and sometimes being cautious with everything you do because you already know what is going to happen is boring. In a difference, when someone already knows everything and still wants to continue investigating and learning more things, is better for me because this type of persons know that you never stop learning, and this attitude of wanting of knowing more is good for me. This can be seen in the evolution of humanity, as scientists, mathematicians, philosophers, despite having obtained many important achievements, always wanted to know, to investigate, and learn more and more. Today we can see how advanced technology continues to develop, and I think that this is due to the initiative that great geniuses have when always thinking, why? The only thing negative that I could see when always wanting to know more will be the ambition that a person can have. Ambition to a certain extent is good, but if it exceeds a limit, it can be harmful. The mind is very powerful, and when you don't know how to control it, things can go very badly. Like Hitler in the Second World War, he wanted to know how to dominate all of Europe, and he wanted to have all the power. Failing to have that capacity, he ended up committing suicide. Knowing more always will be very important, but even more important will be how to get all that knowledge. After analyzing the concept of Karl Jaspers on philosophy, I can realize that I agree with his idea. I have always been a person who seeks to know more and learn when something really interests me. And unconsciously, I have realized that since I entered high school, I have applied its concept of Jaspers in most of my subjects. Since what I have learned is that despite already know everything, it is always good to study and learn more and perhaps be one step ahead to achieve the best results. So well, then you know everything is up to your criteria, but you can already say that you already know how Karl Jaspers thought about philosophy. Thank you very much for listening to me. Subscribe to the channel and see you into the next video. Bye.